So I'm Greg Lang from Michigan State University. We're here in a new training system trial with sweet cherries. This is a bi-cordon UFO trial. So with UFO, it's a very narrow planar wall. This trial is starting to fruit, as you can see, along the cordon. Last year we grew the fruiting uprights. These are what we call the offshoots in the UFO upright fruiting offshoot training system. I have yet to come through and prune, where I'll remove some of these, and where the blue string is listed is where I'll maintain my uprights. So we grew all these uprights last year. We have a nice uniform filling of the fruiting wall space. Next year, each of these nodes will likely have fruiting spurs, and we'll have fruit at every node. So in the next year, I expect to be harvesting fruit between these two wires. At the end of this year, we'll complete filling the top wire and we'll go beyond. Next year we'll set flower buds for those. And so in 2 years, this entire wall will be full of fruit. This training system trial changes the spacing of the trees so that we're examining the research question of how many of these uprights should we put on a rootstock of semi-dwarfing vigor or semi-vigorous vigor. So there's still some research questions to answer, but I'd just like you to take a look down the extent of this row, and I think you can imagine what a beautiful fruiting wall it will be. There will be no lateral branches such as this. Those are always taken off, and so when it comes time to harvest next spring, we'll have pickers picking fruit right along the wall here. When we finish the rest of the growth, perhaps pickers will be on a moving platform, so the platform can just move efficiently down the row, and the pickers up on the platform will pick the top part, pickers on the ground will pick the bottom parts. We can hedge when we have lateral branches like that one I just ripped off, like this one. In the summertime, we'll come through with mechanical hedgers to hedge those off, maintain good light back at the spurs, and that gives us strong flower buds, and then next year it'll give us very good high quality fruit because of the uniformity of development and light exposure. And with such a narrow canopy, we're also able to place the next row much closer. So here we're looking at right around 2.75 meters apart in the row, and our maximum height is going to be right around 3 meters. So with a very narrow canopy, we can even push our rows closer together than in our typical cherry training system trials. So I invite you to come back in a year and see this as a pure fruiting wall. I guess the other point that I would make is, to me, this is the ideal training system for that flat roof Cravo protection system, because you can see what this fruiting wall will look like, how uniform it will be, and this would be the drip line for the slits in the flat roof. On the other side, where we have herbicide treatment before the grass, that would be the drip line. We would protect 100% of the fruit in such a narrow system, even under a flat roof that is bringing water through the roof into the tractor alley.